Pretty good summary of what we saw tonight in Game 5 from Andrew Wiggins, who led the Warriors in scoring this postseason for the first time. 26 points, another double-digit rebound game, 13 boards, and as you can see, Andrew's with us here on Game Time. Appreciate you stopping by. There's been a lot of questions for you and your teammates about how you impact the game now and how you've grown to fit in with this group. How do you think you've changed as a player with the Warriors?
Just being able to do multiple things. Some nights it may be scoring, it could be rebounding, straight defense, whatever it takes to win. The coaches, teammates, they all challenge me to, do different things. So, it's exciting to be out there.
What do you think about this place and your teammates has rubbed off on you?
Just winning. Before this, I went to the playoffs one time. But being here, making it to the finals, a lot of people don't get to experience that, so just being around these guys, being around this culture, it's been great.
And you talk about the culture and doing whatever it takes, and it seems like that's exactly what you're doing. But tonight, you did whatever it took on 3 levels. You played excellent defense, you were scoring, and then, as a big fan, I love the way you were rebounding the ball. These last 2 games, you really got on the glass and used your athleticism. Speak on that.
Like I said, I'm trying to do the little things to help win. Rebounding is big. Sometimes we play a small lineup, so I got to go in there, and get my feet dirty, help the team rebound.
With that small lineup defensively, you're looking at Tatum, you're looking at Brown. You have similar athleticism compared to those two. What are y'all doing defensively to give Boston such a difficult time? Because you're creating turnovers, you're getting out in transition, and you're stopping them from scoring.
And we're just doing it together. That's the main thing. Those guys are, Jason and Brown, they're, good scorers. They can score at all 3 levels, So just, showing them bodies, trying to disrupt them, contain them, staying on them.
Yeah.
And Andrew, tonight looked like you really made a concerted effort to attack, get to the paint. Was that part of your strategy, your game plan here going into this game?
My threes weren't falling. So that's all I could do, get to the rim, be aggressive, and just try to make a play.
Right.
Zeke talked about your defense. I hear this from NBA players all the time, that they thought they were playing hard until they got somewhere else and realized they weren't really playing hard and had to pick it up and get to a different level of defense or effort. When did you realize that you could be a more impactful defender?
As soon as I got to the Warriors, I feel like the first game they challenged me. The first game they challenged me. I think we were playing the Lakers with LeBron, and they just challenged me. They said, you're going to be that guy to play defense. You need to lock up and, put a lot of effort on defense. And, from there, I just had that mindset.
I also talked about, just a school of knowledge in terms of learning how to win and how to play championship basketball. Even though all of us come into the league, we have great athleticism, we have great talent, but where do you get that knowledge base from to learn how to compete and win at a championship level? It seems like here at Golden State, there's an educational base, there's a knowledge base that you can go into and talk to Draymond, Steph, and Clay and pull different, lessons about, winning in the NBA Finals, what to do. During this series, which one of those 3 guys have you talked to the most about what to do in a series like this?
I feel like they all come up to me and I'll go up to them and they tell me different things. Iguodala's been on me, a lot.
Yeah.
Just, playing defense. And
what does he say?
Get down on defense. he needs him to lock up, needs him to rebound and be aggressive on the offensive side. But, he's someone that stays on me, every game.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether I'm playing good, bad, it doesn't matter. He never switches up. He always challenges.
Yeah.
And Andrew, normally you have a real calm demeanor. We see you talking real soft here, but tonight you showed me something I'm not used to seeing from you. You went down the lane, you had the dunk, and then you showed that fire. You were wolfing. I'm like, I don't even recognize that guy. What was that all about, walking through that play? Where was the mindset at? Man, look at this. Admire it first.
It's just the moment. It's a huge stage. It was a big play, and, I'm excited. I'm hyping. We're one game away, so I'm excited, man.
So you're 1 game away, and I know you grew up in Toronto. I know you grew up in Canada. you watch the Raptors win a championship, and you're going to be part of that national team maybe, and now you one game away having the opportunity to play in the championship game and possibly win it. Talk to us about that experience and what it would mean for you, your friends back home, and also your friends here in the U.S.
Man, it'd be amazing. Reaching the finals is, a lot of people don't get to experience that. Growing up as a kid, you see people winning in championships and getting rings, and you want that.
Right.
And I know I got a lot of support back home in Canada from my friends, my family, and even just supporters. I appreciate all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this. You probably are, but you're not the only member of your family who's had a big Game 5 in the NBA Finals. 1986.
But doesn't mean anything if I go out there and lay an egg in a couple days or a few days. So I'm just excited to build on it, and wow, just gonna be. I've never been so excited to go to Boston. I'll tell you that.
Ron on the right.
Clay, Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. Gary Payton, a little more than a month ago. Gary Payton, a little more than a month ago, obviously had an injury that looked like it could have ended his season. Draymond, by his own admission, played atrociously in Game 3. And it seems like they both sort of personified what you guys did on defense tonight.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you could sort of convey, we've talked a lot about Draymond over the years, but what they each mean to your team defense.
I mean, Gary plays bigger than any other 6'2" NBA player I've ever seen. His vert and his ability to slide in front of the ball, obviously we know where that came from his pops, but his vert is something special, and his improved jump shot has also been a huge weapon for us. And then with Draymond, he got us going early with his pressure and his heart and getting up and down the floor. And Draymond is the heart and soul of this team, and I just love going to battle with those two guys. They are just a gritty, throwback type of players.
Dalton on the left.
Hey, Clay. Dalton Johnson here, NBC Sports Bay Area. The trio of you, Steph, and Draymond now have one more finals win than the trio of Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker. To you, right there,
Wow.
what does that stat mean to you? I mean, someone, obviously that knows the game, been around for this long.
It's a blessing. I mean, those three guys are Hall of Famers and some of the greatest to ever play. And I feel like they played my whole life, my whole childhood. So to be in this, just mention the same company with them, that is humbling. And, it won't mean much unless we get another win. So that's awesome. I mean, but it would really add to our legacy if we close this thing out.
Howard on the right.
Howard Beck with Sports Illustrated. Clay, we often ask you guys what it's like to watch Steph when he has a really special night like he did in Game 4. What's it like having to kind of endure when he has this rare, tough night? And is it added stress? Is it, how does it filter out to the rest of the team in terms of rallying around that?
Well, Steph is the best to ever shoot it, and I'll tell you what, everyone in this building, including the fans and those watching, believe the ball is going in when it leaves his fingertips. So we're never stressed or worried about number 30. He has done so much and elevated this franchise to a place where it was hard to even imagine that he has leeway and he can have a bad night. I just know he'll respond. He's one of the greatest competitors I've ever been around, and he is a perfectionist like myself, so I know he'll be thinking about the shots he missed, and that's a good thing because Thursday, hopefully, most of the time he regresses to the mean, and it's scary when he does.
On the left.